guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel.
It's a beauty.
It's your baby world.
We are the Posh Twins. As you guys can already guess by title below, we're gonna be doing a story time about how we switch places as an identical twins. I know a lot of people are curious, a lot of people want to hear this kind of story, and it's been a long time coming. You know, when you have an identical twin sister, you have like a duplicate face whereby you can use it at any given point, like a mirror. You can use it, though not every time that we switch places we intentionally do it. We are never mischievous when it comes to switching places, but there are just some times whereby I feel like my twin sister fit that role, and we have to switch places. This is the benefit of being an identical twin.
Like I really love it a lot. Sometimes we didn't plan it, and sometimes it's like being planned.
Yeah, like it happens unconsciously, and we'll be like, so does that mean like we switch places here? And sometimes we actually plan it. I'm like, okay, let's switch places. So we're gonna be telling you a bunch of story times. It's gonna be a roll of laughter, surprising. Like it's just mixed emotions when we tell you this story time about how we switch places as identical twins. But before we get right into this video, please give this video a very big thumb up, subscribe to our YouTube channel,
and turn on the post notifications
so you can get notified when we upload a new video. So let's get right into today's video.
I am the first twins. Like I am the first twins, and I'm also the other twins.
She's not the other twin, she's just the first twins. I am the second twin. I'm the second twin. We keep saying it in all our videos when we do this sit down that my mom, because she has a little bit of complicated birth, so she was unable to know how many minutes we are apart from each other. So
she actually knows who is the first and who is the second.
Of course, you came out first.
So definitely,
I am the other twin. I digress.
So I'm going to be the first person to share
one of our story times.
When we were still in high school, we used to take attendance in the morning and in the afternoon before we go home. Like in the morning when we come to school, and in the evening and in the afternoon. Is it in the evening or the afternoon?
In the afternoon.
When we're going back home. So our class teacher then, whenever we go to meet him, like we use numbers for the attendance. So me and Beauty's number follow each other, like 42, 43.
Yeah.
So that day I came to Beauty, actually a teacher sent an errand, so she wasn't able to come with me to take the attendance. So I was like, don't worry, I'll help you to take the attendance. So when I got to our class teacher's place, a lot of people are on the line already, so we have to like be on the line to tell him our numbers. So when I got there, I was just like, good afternoon, sir, and I said 42, 43. And he first looked at me with one kind of eyes, like, he said, you guys are so spoiled. Like, why are you calling two numbers for me?
And guys, mind you, Wells and I are in the same classes. Like we are in the same classes, we study the same course. So it was easier. Not like as if she went to another class to take my attendance.
So it was like, no, that's very wrong. You should have called your own number. Wait, where's your sister? Where is she? I said, I don't want to like tell him like, oh, maybe she went, I just thought like, maybe she's using the toilet. It was like, no, never in your life again. Comes to meet me. It was not very, like, I was like, why is this man angry like this? It was like, never in your life come to meet me and call two numbers for me. Just call one number for me. I know what, I'm gonna deal with your twin sister if she comes very late to take this attendance. I was like, okay, fine. So Beauty is 42, why I'm 43. So I just told him 42. And I went back again to line up again behind the rest of the people. So, and we are using kind of beret and hijab in our school. So I collected beret from one of our friends and I put it on. Then I went back again. I was like, so you are back? I said, yes, sir, I'm back. And I said 43. So it was only the people on the line that knew that I actually switched places to take the attendance. That it wasn't my twin sister. So it was kind of like very fun. Like I was just laughing when I left there because it was like, oh, where's that? I said, when I came, it wasn't even like, he didn't even know that I was the one that
he didn't know that it was just only one person that took the one attendance.
Like it was kind of like people on the line are laughing, but he doesn't know.
I was obvious of it. Like it was so fun because when I came back and World told me, I was like, so can you now see that? Like that's the power of being an identical twin, because I was just laughing throughout, because when I even I later go into the staff room to go and deliver what the teacher sent me. I was just looking at him and I was just kind of laughing. So he doesn't know why I was laughing, because it was just more of like me making this of him that you thought you were smart, but an identical twin, you are smarter than you. It was kind of funny. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because every time I think about it, I was just like, it was asking her questions about, okay, where do you go or something, and it wasn't know that it was talking to the same person. So it's kind of funny. So I'll be sharing my own story time or how we switch places as an identical twin, but this time it wasn't planned. it was unconscious. So White and I are both science students, so we normally go for laboratory classes as practical classes. Like, so we have to go to the laboratory room to to do practical, maybe chemistry practicals, physics practicals, and things like that. But that day I was a little bit tired, so I told her to just go, because once she goes to receive the lectures, she can tell me, like, give me just like a summary of what happened in laboratory class, and I'll pick up from there. So I was in the class when the period ended, and when what was coming back, I could see that my sister has a gist for me, like something, like she has something spicy for me to tell me, because we could detect each other's emotion through our faces. Like when I'm coming, I could know if my sister is sad. I could know if she had some secret or some some spicy gossip gossip to tell me. Just different things. Like, so when came, I was like, what's happening? Like, she had something. So I had to come back out of the class. I'm like, what happened? Tell me this. She said, okay, I need to tell you something. And actually, I have a crush in school. Like, who doesn't have a crush? So exactly. Like, the guy has been crushing on me for some while. He has been crushing on me for some while in school. So what was just like, I think so, it's that part.
Like, guys, it's kind of funny, and it's kind of like, I don't know how to like put it. So when I was in the laboratory class, the teacher had not like come to the class yet, so everybody was like gisting and sort of that. So I was just like, I think I was also tired, so I was resting my head on the table, like this. I was sleeping. Can I call it sleep? Is it sleeping? I was just resting my head, so I can't see anybody. When you're like sleeping, so I rest my head like this, something like this. So that's how my head is on the table. So suddenly, I just felt I don't know.
She just felt a kiss.
I just felt a kiss.
She don't say kiss or pick.
Is it
a kiss or pick? But like someone picked out on us.
Like, I just, oh my, it was like, I was even thinking one of my like female friend, because we like played it a lot like that. Immediately I just look up, I just saw the guy, and I was like, surprise. I just said my face like this, like, what kind of surprise is that? And it was looking at me, was like very, should I say very confused? And I was like, I said, this is Taiwo, not Kenny. He said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought this was Kenny. I'm so sorry. He was begging me, like, he was very begging me. And me, I was like, it's kind of like, me, I don't have a crush on you. Like, what
you don't have a crush on me, so like, and like, the feeling is not mutual.
Yeah, the feeling is not mutual. So I was like, so I was begging, I was like, oh my God, I thought it was like, you want your bag, everything. It was Kenny. It was very confused, like, it was going, so I was just like, it's okay, since you so I was like, it's okay, like, I just thought, like, it's okay. Before I left the class, he was just looking at me with one and said, oh my God. So it was time, oh my God. I was imagining things in my mind, like, what if it was my lips that was outside and this guy on my lips, like, it's really mind that I was just like, I don't know how to look, like, I was just like very surprised, I was thinking a lot of things, like, oh my God, why can't it just wait for me to like freeze up my head? So since then, I won't like, the crush was like, it was very scared of me.
So like, it was very scared to confront me, like, I feel like, so I had to, I knew how he was feeling, because I know that it wasn't intentionally. So I had to call him.
I feel like it was down, like he was very scared. Like since then, it was like, oh, if I can't talk to this one, what if it's not the right thing? It's not the right thing.
So I had to call him and I tell him that you shouldn't feel down, or you shouldn't feel sad about it,
or bad
about it. That we understand that since it was unconsciously, that you shouldn't feel. But I feel like that word was actually made him be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't talk to both of them, because now I don't want to keep mixing them together.
So this one is kind of like a little bit funny. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of very funny. Actually, Beauty likes to like, I'm not gonna say play, like she's very, I told the guys like I'm an introvert, why Beauty is an extrovert. She's very like jovial with people. She plays a lot with our classmates, stuff like that. So I actually don't know that Beauty and one of our friends, they are doing this kind of game whereby, like beating, like, I don't know.
No, it's not like, when you play, I don't know how to call this kind of game. It's not a game, but because I'm kind of person, like I told you guys, I'm a very extroverted person, while she's an introvert person. So not like as if she doesn't mingle with her classmates and she doesn't play. But let me just be like, I like a little bit of rough play. Not like rough play, like just more.
You should love a play where maybe they'll be running after,
pursuing each other, like chasing after each other, whereby like, okay, I beat you now, you have to chase each other around the classes to, not like, it's not like a beat, it's not something that has to be painful.
It's not painful. It's I think everybody does it, like, when you like tickle someone, and you run off, and the other person will have to like catch you so that the person can also tickle you back.
Exactly.
So that's the kind of situation.
So, but who else doesn't like this kind of things?
I don't like, no.
She has that, like, it's more of like a boundary. She doesn't like things.
I can't skip running and I'll go on further. I don't want anything wrong, but so I don't do all those. I don't engage in all those kind of play. So actually, we are like on. I think that day was like we're on a duty actually.
Yeah.
So Beauty was actually on duty. So she has actually like started playing with one of our friend that was also on duty with her. So she ran off.
Like I ran off.
She ran off. So I was going I don't know what I was doing. I think I met on the way and I was like, okay, I'm also going to your duty, like the position she was in. So immediately I got there, the friend just eats me from the back. Like he would just go, I cut you, something like that. I was like, why you eating me? I was like, oh, so you're trying to play smart, right? I'm still going to eat you again. I was like, it's not me. This is time it was like, and she was like, no, you're lying. You're Kenny. I can identify you. What do you mean? She was like, I said, no, this is Taimo. Can't you see? She was like, she was even.
She was so adamant, like she was like, because our friend, I feel like as an identical twins, when you're with us, like when you like constantly see us every day, you feel like as if you're not identical, even though we're identical, because you feel like you could have been able to differentiate due to our personalities.
Yeah.
So our friends are always like, we know you guys, we know you guys.
Identify you guys.
Identify you guys, So, but at times they does that mistake, but that was like very rarely. So, and I think that happened to that our friend. So she was
very adamant. Like I was trying to explain myself, like, it's not me. This is terrible. She was like, oh, you're trying to like, it's a lie. I'm still gonna eat you. And she kept on eating me, like like playfully.
As
like,
I was just coming back, because we are both prefects in high school. So as I was just coming back in, I just saw them like bantering, like saying, "It's not me. No, you're the one. It's you. You're the one." I was like, "What's happening?" And I was like, so one just looked at me and said, because we are being known as Taiwan Kenny in school. So one just looked at me and said, tell her, please just tell her that she eats me right now and I'm not the one she's supposed to eat. I just started laughing and our friend was just like, oh my god, like that realization just
eat her like, oh, I actually it's the wrong person.
Actually the wrong person. So we just started laughing, like it was so funny. And she was just like, oh my god, like you typically look like Beauty here, like I'm so sorry, but you look so much like Beauty, so I thought it was Beauty, something like that. So it was so funny.
It was a lot of fun like that. Guys, I was like, oh my god, what if this girl wanted to kill me or something like that? She could have killed the wrong person. Like it was so kind of, but she was very adamant. No, it's you. I said, no, it's not me. No, it's you.
It was so funny. It was very, very funny. I feel like I would have we actually don't have anything about like taking each other exams because we're in the same classes, so there's no hour. And Wells and I actually have like different writings when it comes to writing, so it's not possible for us to actually say want to keep writing. But one thing that happened is that when a friend tells one of us a secret, actually not like when a friend had a discussion with someone, we kind of like let me just share this story time because it's kind of funny. So I was coming back, like I think we are in we're still in high school then. There's something that happened now that we're actually older too. So I think we're in high school. Well, in high school, I can't really recall how that thing happened. But I don't think we were in high school when it happened actually. Yeah. I don't think it happened. There was a friend of ours, so I don't know what she and Wealth has talked about. But as an identical twins, if someone tells my twins a secret, surely it's just like you telling the both of us. Yeah. It's just like you telling both of us. So she already told me that our friend tells her this, blah blah blah.
No, I actually have not given you the gist yet.
Yeah.
I've not what really happened that day was like I don't know. I think
it happened on the same day. That's why I said you were in high school.
When
I think it happened on the same day.
This is how it happened. She was actually discussing something of her personal life with me alone. So I told her like, oh please, hold on, I have to use the restroom.
Yeah.
So I left to use the restroom and I didn't know that Beauty has
like I just came in. So as I was just coming and she was like, okay, so and where we stopped. So I was thinking about like what do you think I should do? Like I was a little bit confused, but one thing about my twin sister and I that if it makes us together, I'm not going to tell you immediately. So I was like, oh yeah. I feel like you should. I didn't know what the conversation was entirely, but I actually just pick up from there. And I was like, of course, yeah, you should be able to do it like this. I said, oh my god, thank you so much for giving me this. She hugged me. She was like, I was.
See now she did not know that it was actually what
till date she doesn't know that it was two of us that she tells that secret. Like she thought it was just only one person because as I saw that I was just like I don't even know how.
And Beauty acts along so well. So when Beauty came to me, Beauty was like, please tell me the start of the gist. While I will also tell you the last of the gist. like
just so funny because she I really want to tell her because she was going to be so confused. So that was why we had to just keep it like just let it go.
The sense is both of us.
So then because she was so when you came out I was so surprised like okay so now what do you think I should do with my life? What did you share? So I was like Yeah, of course. Of course, I think you should. So I was trying to, to extract words from her to be able to know what's going on. So I was able to quickly get when she was like, I think I should do it like this because I'm like, oh no, no, don't do it like that. I mean, thank you so much. You're such a good person. That's why I like coming to you more than beauty because I know, beauty is so, like me, I'm very like blunt when it comes to telling you the truth as a friend. But once the kind of like, she's going to be blunt with you, but she's going to like casual you, like telling you like,
I'm going to let you know what is right and wrong.
Oh,
But I'm not going to like let
it's not gonna be blunt, like telling you straightforward, but I will tell you straightforward. She was like, oh, thank you so much. Because I knew that it was also, I was a little bit calm with her. So she was like, thank you so much. That's why you want to come meet beauty. Beauty is so blunt with the truth. And so like,
it's also funny, guys. Like, very funny.
Like, very funny.
I'm going to be sharing another one. Like, this one actually happened. Like, I think it's a nice part, but it's actually kind of funny. So, in our class, we're actually making noise, and whenever we're very naughty, like every student, we are beating. Like we are beating in the class. So we're actually making noise and stuff like that. So a teacher came in and started beating everybody. So guys, I don't like to. I was like, no, if that can touch my body, I don't know what's gonna happen to me. So I run off. Like I just like
she ran up, like she speed up.
I
was the only one that was beating that day, and trust me, I cried too. Till the end of that day, like I cried, I'm not gonna lie.
And the funniest part was when we were okay, the teacher said both of us and he took Kenny by the hand like this. He took me by the hand and said, I'm not killing you yet.
I was like, sir, you just beat me. You can't beat me twice. He was like, no. I said, no, sir, my sister's already run off. No, you can't beat me. He was like, no. It's you. I have to beat you. I was like, no, you can't beat me. No, I won't do that. No, so
why did we beat you twice?
Like, I was like, no, you can't. Like,
I was telling you that why can't you just take the cane on my behalf?
Something that I had to cry at the end of the day. You're telling me to take it. No.
Beauty was telling to her like, God,
no,
sir, you can't beat me. Like you have already beat me once. It was time.
I said it was my twin sister. Like you have not beat my twin sister. She ran off already, so you can't beat me again. So it was nice. It was not trying to think maybe I was trying to use, like trying to be mischievous about it. Like maybe I wasn't beating yet. I was just telling him no. I was swearing with. Quran, I was like, no, I wasn't the one. So it was so funny because I was just like, what if I didn't quickly talk? That means that I was going to get beaten twice.
What if he didn't even ask you?
Like you just start
beating.
Like I'll just be like, no. I'm so glad like doesn't happen like that because
I was happy that day because they couldn't even beat any one of us again. So I feel like the one that has already beaten BT has beaten both of us.
So yeah, I feel like so yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be sharing one too again, and this one is actually kind of like it's planned. Let me put it this way. Actually, people who are fond of doing this, I always say that I'm not saying that you can't differentiate an identical twin. You can, but not a day.
Yeah.
So they're always like, no, I can't identify you guys. I'll be like, no, you can't identify us at once because if we so like I don't know how to put it. Like it's kind of like I won't say like it's kind of like infuriating or it just angered me in some ways when you are like too confident.
Yeah,
like when they are too confident about it.
I'm not saying like I know some people say that I have twins in my family or in my generation, so I can identify. I'm like, it's normal, like it's okay, but like this, they kind of put it in a way whereby you get. I don't know. Is it like I don't know? It's not. It's kind of like angry, like furious, like annoyed. Like they say, oh, you're not even like identical. Like I can differentiate. Like they'll make it so like.
So I was. We were actually in a gathering of friends. Like we actually went somewhere like in a gathering of friends, and this guy was like so confident. Like he keeps saying like we would have. It wasn't even a part of the discussion or part of the topic that we're all talking about. Just like I can find you guys. Look at another identical for me to be able to identify something. So I was getting annoyed with how I was throwing that question. Like the normal, some people throw comment like, oh my god, I have twins that like you guys at home, and trust me when I say kind. For some people have the talent, like the people like, oh, I have the talent of being able to identify identical twins. I was like, okay, fine, you guys can do that. But you trying to say like you are so confident of being like it was taking it overboard. So yeah, it was taking overboard, like too overconfident and movies. Like so I was getting so super annoyed. I was just like, okay, since you said okay, you said you can do it, right? You said yes, of course, I can do that. Yeah. I said okay, let's bet about it then. How much I need to put down?
Just like get in back. Like okay, let's just see. Maybe it's kind of like right.
Like so, let's just see because I just wanted to put him to test to see because I know that it's not going to be the first person that's going to be like that. Just say that, and when we switch places to them, they are unable to tell who is who apart. So I was like, okay, now let's do it. So let's bet how much money are you going to put down? Like I'll put money down, and if you're able to identify my twin sister and I'm going to give you my money.
And I was like, oh, you know what? You guys don't even need to put any money down. I have the money. I'm gonna put this amount down, and if you guys win, then I'm gonna give you the money, and if you guys don't win,
So
I'm
I'm gonna keep the money back. So I was like, okay, fine, good. I said, have you seen us very well? Look at us very well. Look at us. I don't even, because when you're too overconfident about things, at times you tend to how will I say?
I say overdo
it,
or
or you tend to
feel about it.
feel something about that when you're too overconfident about. It wasn't then I didn't need to protect you guys.
Like I was
really,
telling him like check us out because
like,
I want you to say maybe we're like doing.
He said no. I don't need that. You guys, okay, so our other friends tells Walt and I, like, okay, you guys go out, then after that come back again. So when we got out, I was like, there must be something that this guy actually sees. Like maybe he has picked something significant on our body, on our faces. That was all our clothes. That so then I realized that because as we normally dress the same way, but there are sometimes those dresses are not completely identical. Maybe we have like a little bit of red,
like
a touch of red design. So I was I was telling you that this guy, I'm very sure that he wasn't talking about our facial appearance. He's talking about something that you are seeing like as a different. So then I realized that one of the top that Wells is putting on, there's a little bit of like red
at the top like this. So it was very visible.
So it was very visible. So I think that was what he saw. I was like, okay, I was able to I can find you guys and things like that. So I was like, okay, well, you know what we have to do? We have to change this color. So we switched our top. We switched everything. Let me just say, we don't only the top, we switched everything complete from head to toe. I looked at my twin sister. I was like, okay, I'm looking at like a mirror. Like, okay, now I feel. So then we went back in together, and when we got back in, we are like, okay, now. So we when we want to be mischievous, we can't be.
Exactly. Like, when we want to convince people, we can
actually convince. So we actually did like this.
And we're not smiling.
And we're not smiling. I think you're smiling. We're smiling. Like this. So we did everything like identical. Like we had to make everything identical. Sometimes if Wet and I are putting like the same clothes, I can make my own scarf a little bit like maybe less tight and something.
Or the length
or something. So I made so you can easily be able to say, okay, because at times my face will be a little bit puffy and welt, and that was because of how I tied my scarf or something like that. So we had to do everything like very identical. And the guy was like, okay, now I'm going to know. He called me Welt and he called Welt Beauty. I said no. You are wrong. He said, no, I can't be wrong. I said, no, you can't. No, I said, no. I said, you are wrong. So it was like, he now wanted to shit at you to like, we are trying to convince him by saying, be mischievous by saying this is the right person is not the right person. I was like, no, we are so our friends was not like, one of our friends that knew us very well, like,
can I really identify us?
And I said, no, you are wrong. Like,
I
was so very happy. Like, you Bruce is good at it. Like
we're just looking at us from kind of why.
We collected his money.
Yeah. We collected money. Up. Yeah. We ate it up and we told him next time, don't be too confident. Like,
that guy couldn't talk because it was a little bit ashamed. Everybody was laughing, making gestures. How friends, when you're in friends,
they're making gestures of him.
Like you didn't talk, that kind of thing. Like it was
kind of like down. Like it was ashamed.
It was ashamed because when you're too overconfident, you already tell people that you can do this and at the end of the day, they backfired. So it was like Ben and I are just laughing and we're like, I kept looking at him like, yeah, savvy rights. Right. So I think that's one. So I think the last one now.
The last one is actually like I think this one is like it happens frequently. Like every time. Like me and Beauty, we have the same voice on phone. Like if you called Beauty and you told her to pass the phone to me, you won't know if it was Beauty or Wealth. Like even my mom cannot differentiate our voice on phone, and a lot of people are like attest to it. Like our voice sound literally the same on phone. So most of the time, if someone is calling me and I'm getting so tired of like sometimes maybe the person is like on the call,
I'll just being too talkative
or something like that. I'll just pass the phone to Beauty and basically continue from where we stopped. So the person even like
the only thing that I can be able to use to differentiate our voices on phone is when I talk, because I feel like people are more outspoken than words. Like not like I talk very faster than words. I feel like that's the only difference. But I can imitate words voice by talking very calmly when necessary.
Well, so our friends, I can't imitate Beauty's voice.
Well, I can do that. So our friends are always like telling us that the only thing that they they were able to is that when they called us and I was like, hey, what's up? Are you what? I said, okay, this is. But I know that when they call Wealth, Wealth is like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? So anytime I want to imitate her voice, I was like, hey, what's up? I won't talk like my normal voice, how my normal voice is. So, but there are sometimes unconsciously people, I don't, just not every time you'll be in a happy mode.
Yeah.
So there's sometimes where I talk calmly, like very calmly. Like,
and sometimes when I'm very happy, I'm very
like she's very outspoken. Like, and people be like, oh, why are you guys switching places? I'm like, no, we're not. So there's sometimes, and there was a day like I was, Worth was making a call and she was getting so tired. So like she was like, when you don't want to rudely tell the person to hang up. So yeah, so she just gave me the call. She just gave me the phone, and I just picked up from. I was like, okay, yeah, of course. And the person couldn't be able to detect that who is who. Like he thought he was still
speaking with the same person.
Yeah, like so he just keeps talking and talking, and I was enjoying the conversation actually. So I just keep talking with it and talking with it. So it was when after the call ended, I was able to tell him like, did you know that actually?
It was both of us that
actually no. When we were talking, actually, he now mentioned that okay, please, you can help me tell Beauty about it too. Like she really love it. I was like, okay, this is Beauty on the phone. And I said, no, I was talking to Will. I said, no, you're talking to Beauty now. Actually, we both speak with you, so it's kind of like funny. And there's and then sometimes this one is like I don't know how to call it. Like this,
it's kind of funny. Like whenever a guy will me out, he will actually go and will my twin out again. Like not like a follow up, not like they don't do it intentionally.
Like a mix up.
It's like a mix up. Like they can't identify us. There was a day like there was a supermarket down the street and the guy was always like weighing me out and I was telling him like, no, I'm so sorry, I'm not interested, some sort of like. So there was a day Beauty went to the supermarket and it was telling me like, we're begging you, something like that.
I was like, no, I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
That would definitely be my twin sister. I was like, no, I'm so confident.
I know you're lying.
I know you don't want to accept me. I was like, no, I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not the one. That was my twin sister. And I was like, no, you're the one. Please. I was like, and it was making me go crazy because it was trying to make me feel bad, like as if I was the one and I was trying to tell him no. I was like, no, I wasn't the one. So I had to quickly call Walter on phone. I'm like, well, please, you have to come out because right now I don't know what to do. So it was when Walter came out and he was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
And it happens like very versa. Sometimes it happens to Beauty as well, whereby maybe she has passed through somewhere and she came up to them like one guy down the street was just trying to like say hi to me and I'm like, okay. And once I passed there again, the guy was like, oh, I said you earlier.
Yeah. And sometimes it even happened like this recently whereby Wet and I went to go and buy something down the street actually. So I told Walt, I think I forgot something at home, so I told Walt to bring it for me. So it was Walt that first came back in, and someone actually met Walt and Walt greeted that person.
I met the person on the way when I was coming. No, when I was coming out. Is it coming out or going in? I don't know.
No, when you're going back in.
Oh, when I was going back in, and I actually have a conversation like, I only good person like, how are you doing? Fine. I asked of the kid and sort of like that.
And when I was coming back, I met him on the way, and it's so crazy that it was how Walt greeted him. We are very respectful. It was the same question I went asking, like a pleasantry, like, oh, how are kids? How are you? It was the same way I actually asked him. So it was a little bit like quiet or mute. As I was saying, oh, how was the kid? Good morning. It wasn't responding to me the way I actually expected. I was like, what's happening? It was just like, you asked me, you already greeted me this morning. Why are you still greeting me again? Like, why you like? How do you go back again and come back? Like, it was like, I don't understand what is going on. Like, it was so scared. Like, we couldn't see. So I was like, oh, that was my twin sister. And I said, oh my god, I forgot that you guys are. And I just start twin. I was like, I forget that you guys are twin. Oh yeah, it's true. But this is so crazy because you kept asking me like the same question your twin sister asked me. I said, okay, well, I didn't know. So it was like, so we just burst into laughter and we laughed about it. That's kind of like crazy and kind of like funny. So
we still have a lot, but if we keep on talking, like this video is gonna be hella long. Like,
and it's not going to end because we have a lot of things like
we have a lot of
happen, like story. This thing happen on a normal daily basis. Like you guys can check out the video that we did. I think that was like last 2 years last 2 years where we did a prank of switching up on our friends
on FaceTime
and they were unable to detect who is who on it, so they were so surprised about it. So guys, if you enjoyed today's video,
make sure you give this video a very big thumb up,
subscribe to our YouTube channel
and turn on post notifications
so you can get notified when we upload a new video.
And you can also share your experience about any encounter you have with an identical twins.
And if you're an identical twins or you have identical twins, you can drop your comment below. Tell us about how you switch places, whether unconsciously or consciously, maybe planned or unplanned. Just let us know in that comment section. Let us know if you are not alone in this.
Like, we love to hear you guys' stories as well.
Yeah.
And we love everybody funny stories like about identical
That's
twins.
maybe if you have encountered them, or if you also identical twins watching this, let us know in the comment section. We love you guys. Adios.
Adios.